I have another products I'm getting rid of video. Um, it's going to be kind of a long video, but I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible if that makes any sense. Um, there are a lot of lip products in here, so I have this bag and another bag. They're both overflowing to the point where I can't zip them shut. Not going to go through all the colored, and I'm not going to swatch or anything like that, but I'm going to tell you why I'm getting rid of the products. So I'm just going to kind of dive in. I'll start with the smaller bag first. So I've decided that I have way too many lip products and I need to start getting rid of some. So what I've done is I went through my collection and I picked out ones that I barely wear and ones that I don't like the consistency of. So for example, I'm getting rid of this Buxom. This is a full-on lip polish. It's a darker shade. It's the shade Jane. I'm getting rid of this because I don't like darker lip colors in a gloss form. I like them in a matte form. So this is something that I don't need, never wear, so I'm getting rid of that. I'm getting rid of this Sweet Cream Matte from Jordana. Just a little bit too light, too nude for me. The Charlotte Tilbury Gloss in Sweet Stiletto. I never reach for this, so it's just time to get rid of that. I have a couple Tarte lips that are older. This is one of their Rainforest of the Sea. This is the opal one, and I just did not like the way this looked on my lips. I love the nude one, but that one just came off. It has like a white tint to it, which I did not enjoy. And then this Plummy Rose. This is one of the Amazonian butter lips, and it's just old at this point, so I need to get rid of that. I also had this Blooming Lip Oil from Hard Candy, and I'm pretty sure that I've never used this, but I just smelled it to see if I even like the scent of it, and I do not. It's like very strong, and so getting rid of that. Also, this Urban Decay Gloss in Midnight Cowgirl. It's just an old formula and needs to be moved out, as well as this Wet n Wild. This is from a holiday collection a couple years ago. Not a huge fan of this lip gloss, so just time to move it out of my collection. This Flower Beauty Nude Lip, which is like the perfect nude color for me, but I want to say it's probably about 5 years old now, and it's just time for it to go. This Bare Minerals Matte in the shade Extra. It's very light, and I don't like super light nudes like that. I have a few from Essence, and I had originally picked these up thinking they were such a good deal because they were only $1. This is a matte in Cool Nude, which I love the shade, but the problem with these is that this is one of the matte, and this is the Sheer Shine. So the scent on these is the really fakey lipstick scent, and I just do not enjoy that. And it's not the best quality I've ever tried. It's great for cheap, but I definitely don't have to keep it because I have enough higher end lips that we can just move it out of my collection. I don't want to have a problem with it. Now, the next 4 or 5 here are very light. They're colors I just don't enjoy, so I'm getting rid of them. They are the Bare Minerals ones, and these are from a holiday collection a few years ago. Well, first of all, this Queen one is really pretty, but I don't like dark colors like that in regular lipstick form. Like I said, I like that in the matte lips better. This one is really light, so just not what I like. I have this one that's really light, like that's way too light for me. It washes me out and it gives me that concealer lips look that I'm definitely not into. This one's kind of pinky, but I tend to not go for real pink lips, so I'm getting rid of that one. And this one is kind of like a cool grayish brown, which I have a couple of those in my collection already and I just don't need them. Getting rid of a couple of ColourPop things because I found that a lot of my liquid lips were separated and a couple of my lippy sticks were actually moldy. So I want to get rid of all of my ColourPop because they're only $5. I can buy more, so why not just get rid of them instead of, you know, potentially getting some sort of infection or sickness from it. So I have Bianca, and this is Konichiwa. It sucks because these were the Hello Kitty ones, but you know, I'm not gonna get super attached to my makeup where I can't get rid of it. I could keep it as like a collector thing, but you know. White Russian by Buxom. I have a couple of them. That one's pretty old. I have an Intense Butter Gloss and a Soft Matte Lip Cream from Matte. These are nice, but I just don't use these colors, so I'm getting rid of those. I have a Sheer Liar from Urban Decay. This is their old formula. I have the new formula of this, so I can get rid of it. And I also have Naked 2, which I have this in the new formula, so I can get rid of it. Very pretty color, though. Just don't need it. I have one of the Vault collections of the lipsticks, so I don't need to keep everything. This Nude, In the Nude from e.l.f. I don't know if you can see, but it has that little white fuzzy stuff on it, which I take to be mold. So I'm moving that out of my collection, although I do love that one and would probably repurchase that. Underground from Gerard Cosmetics. It's nice, but it's a little bit gray for me. I do like their lipstick formula, though. These Whipped Mousse lips from Buxom, I'm not a huge fan of them, so I'm getting rid of that. And this other one from Bare Minerals in the shade Wink. Just a little bit too light. Don't really wear it a lot, so I'm getting rid of that. Okay, so that was the little bag. Now let's go through the big one, which a lot of it is ColourPop. So just give me a minute and we will be right back. Okay, so let's start with ColourPop. I have Hello Kitty in Lock Diary. I have another Hello Kitty in Surprise. I have another Hello Kitty one in Ribbon. These are all really pretty reds, different shades of reds, a little bit pink, a little shimmery, a matte, but like I said, my ColourPop ones are kind of suspect because they're separated or moldy, so I'm getting rid of those. I have Chi and November. Also, I have Magic Wand, which is kind of a gray brown, which I really love. Tiny Chum, which was another of the Hello Kitty collection. I have Molly, which is a really pretty pink purple. Alyssa, which is a nudish pink. That's one of the Kathleen Lights. And Beeper, which is a dark brown. I have another Hello Kitty. This is in Argato, and this one is, these are the glossy lips. This is in Super Cute, which is one of my favorites, but again, just better to be safe than sorry. And Lumiere 2, which is another Kathleen Lights one. I have this Pure Lip Lure Hydrating Lip Lacquer from Pure Cosmetics. It's one that you like twist and it's a sponge. I just don't really love the application of that product, so I'm getting rid of that. Some lippy sticks from ColourPop. I have Taurus, I have Grind, and Let's Play. Those are those colors there. Really pretty. Taurus is, maybe that's the one that was, no. One of these was moldy, like real bad. I don't think it was Grind. Maybe it was Aquarius then. It was one of the Kathleen Lights ones that I was like, oh, okay, I definitely need to get rid of this. Lumiere, which is a Kathleen Lights, very pretty, like mauve purple. Chi Chi, which is an orangish color, very pretty, very unique. I like that one a lot. Polite Society was one that was a little bit moldy. See, what happened was my heat is on extra high today because it was so cold out, and I think what happened is they got moldy and then they have been melting in this hot room, so now you can't see the mold on it, but trust me, it was really gross. Aquarius, which is another Kathleen Lights one. Then I have a couple special edition ones in Tutu, which is a really pretty dark color, and I don't think I ever used that actually. And Pack, which is another really pretty dark color that I never used, so I'm mad about that. An e.l.f. matte lip color stick. This is in Tea Rose. I like this, but it's a little bit too gray. I do think it's unique, but a little bit too gray. That one's old. I have this Wet n Wild Velvet Matte Lip Color. This is just really old. It's Toffee Frappe. A couple more Buxoms. These are, again, colors that I just will not use. They're glossy and they're bright and just not my style. Here's a bright pink one. I'm not going to use that. Here's a couple more of the moussey matte ones, which I just don't love the texture of. I have this Revolution purple gloss. Not going to use that. I have another Sweet Matte Lip Cream from Jordana. Never use that. I never use this Wet n Wild one that's pink. I just don't really go for pink. I thought I'd give it a shot, but I've never used it, so it's just time to move it out of my collection. And I have these two pure matte lips. One's a bright red, one's a darker red, but I just never use them, and so it's time to move it out of my collection because they've been here for a while and I'm still not using them. Then I have this No 2 Multi-Benefit Eye Cheeks and Lips. I don't like that. And also this Ulta Beauty Color Gloss. Again, don't really use a lot of colorful glosses. Not one I'm going to use. Another Hello Kitty one in Trinkets. I have this .01 and R&B, all from ColourPop. Getting rid of all of those. Had quite the ColourPop collection, as you can tell. I have this Smashbox one in Coral and a pure lip gloss. This came with the Love Your Selfie palette. Getting rid of those. This one's old. This one, just not loving the shade on that. If I'm not going to wear it, there's no sense of keeping it. There's this Smashbox Legendary Lip in this dark purple shade. Don't like dark lips in creamy textures because I think it just moves around too much. I have this Twist and Pout from, what's it called? Red Apple Lipsticks. It just has too much of a fakey scent for me. It is a really pretty color, but just not in love with that one. This Milani Matte in Matte Love. Again, it's dark. I don't know. I just feel like it moves around a lot. Plus, it's older. Another whipped lip from Buxom. And then I have Ofra Miami Fever. I've had this for a long time. I bought it because of Kathleen Lights, and I've never worn it. I have this Velvet Mousse lip color from Hard Candy, and this is in a really, really pretty shade. I've never taken it out of the container in the 2 years or more that I've had it, so obviously not going to wear it. Sugar Cane from Bite Beauty. This is one of the only full-size Bite Beauties that I have. I thought this was going to be a great color, and it turned out to be not so great. Super bright, and I'm not in love with it. And the last few I have the Ofra Havana Nights one. Again, I bought it, never used it, so getting rid of that. And then the last two are actually collections from ColourPop. They were the Now Playing collection, which is super cute, and I'm going to keep the container to store stuff in. But this is the Glossy Lip collection. Again, it's kind of old, so I'm going to get rid of those just out of sanitary sake. And then the Lippy Sticks collection, there's a few in there, as you can see. Some of them are already out, but again, just to be sanitary, I want to get rid of them. I don't know that they're not good, but I don't want to take a chance. It doesn't have a date on here, and I can't remember when they're from, but it is from quite a while ago, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. And other than that, I'm going to keep all of the lipsticks that you see up here. I have some behind me, and then I have a couple Vault collections down here, an Urban Decay one, and a Jeffree Star Nude Lip collection. But as I constantly are trying out makeup and just trying to see what products I really like, I want to get rid of old ones that I don't like or ones that I don't use anymore because I don't need them in my collection, right? So just gonna move those out and keep updating you guys, and hope that you enjoy these videos. And if you do, leave a like down below and let me know what you want to see in the future, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!